Hi, I'm Charlotte.
And I'm Vicky, and welcome to the School of Pattern Cutting.
In this video we're going to look how you can adapt your darts.
So we're going to look at our Pinterest page with the links below. We've got lots and lots of different examples for you.
But we're going to look at one specific dart. It's a lovely Del Pozo from Autumn Winter 16. Yeah. And we're going to look how the whole garment is made, but specifically at the darts.
And the top half of the garment.
Yes. So let's get on with drafting the darts. Let's have a look at this lovely outfit from the Del Pozo.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Autumn Winter 2016 collection, the America. So I don't know if it's Del Pozo. Del Pozo.
Yeah.
So it's like a cummerbund band in the middle.
It's an all-in-one pantsuit. So we're going to draft down to the waist for you today.
Yeah. Of course, you could just have a top like that as well, but they do really beautiful sculpture work. I think it's all padded in something.
Yeah.
It looks like a neoprene, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can get that sort of where it's backed with a really nice sort of semi-foam, can't you? Yeah. Use it in sportswear a lot. So.
Yes, and you could use any fabric and it looks really expensive that way, so it's fantastic. So if you use it really, because that looks like could be a wool or silk, but by backing it, it suddenly goes really sculptural. So you can see very clearly we've got the V insert. So that's quite clear, and we also got a curved seam.
So that's the bodice block, and then they've got. Well, we think
we're gonna draw in a curved seam to begin with. So you have like a cummerbund.
This top line.
Yeah, which is, if you think that's your bustard, it's roughly there.
And then it's like that.
So we're gonna work above the cummerbund. It's got a lovely V, and of course it's got the roll neck. And then you can't see it clearly, but there's a little dart there, which is a basic dart, and then it's also got another seam coming from the notch in the armband. Yeah. So we're gonna show you how to make everything above the cummerbund shaping. As usual, we start by tracing the bodice block.
And again, this is quite a fitted top, so this is exactly the right bodice block to use.
And as you sort of build your practice, it's really good if you have a few different blocks. So there's like a loose block, this is the most basic one because it just fits the mannequin. I also got a super fitted one, so if you're doing dresses or tight tops, you use that, but this one is pretty fun. Draw on your darts.
And also, like we've said before, we're using a felt tip so you can see it, but you'd use a pencil so you can get more accurate.
Yes, because our lines are about 1 millimeter thick, so really accurate. And the first thing we're going to do is move all this volume into the side seam again.
Just make sure not to cut all the way up, because you want these pieces to be attached to it, don't you?
And if you want to find out a really fast way of moving your volume out of the way, we're going to put a little trick on how to do it on our YouTube channel, our website, on how you don't need to do all the cutting and gluing.
So you can do this?
Yes. This is
the right way, aren't I? Yeah.
So this is the proper way, it's safe, but then there's a sort of shortcut which I like to use because I'm really lazy. So now we've got the volume out of the way. What we're actually going to do for a second, which is annoying, we're going to quickly draw in our curved seam where we want it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just going to hold it straight up. So you want to start at, I think it's going to go like this, isn't it? So you always, I know you you want to draw by hand because it's fast, but always use your pattern master.
Freehand, just get it on, get it done. So, and it curves down, doesn't it?
Yes.
Away.
But very, very gently.
Like that, I reckon. You always draw 90 degrees from that seam. That helps you with your sewing.
No, why else?
Can't remember.
Because it's a fold.
Yes, it's on a fold, yeah. So because this garment is symmetrical.
Yeah, so here it's actually going to be a fold. And then here we're going to have a V insert. So it's going to be really important, it's by angles, otherwise you're going to end up with something
really weird.
crooked.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's draw in our V-neck or
So do I
V-insert.
take that, how,
I think, yeah, but
do you want me to come inside the neckline?
if you look at the image, I think it hits exactly the... I think a bit forward from the shoulder point actually. Isn't
I
it?
think
So-
it hits like
yeah.
that there, because I was going to draw it to there,
But then it also gets really tricky to sew, so it's actually nicer to do it. And of course, because we done the collar insert the same pink, it will look like it all flows together. Okay. Put 2 notches on, just to get it out of the way. And actually if you put 1 notch on here as well, because you're going to start cutting it all apart
here?
now. Yes.
because that's going to be a seam
Yes.
as well, isn't it?
So now we've got our insert, which is going to be on fold as well, because the seam is moved to here.
Yeah.
The next thing we now need to do is we want to draw in that side seam. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that starts from a notch, I think.
Yeah.
And you want to start at the right angle here, because a right angle always looks neat.
I think that's where people go wrong, isn't it? You need to make sure that you have the rules you follow are quite important.
It's about aesthetics as well. We like sort of things which are either 90 degrees looks nice, 45 degrees. Not too. If it's slightly off, it looks weird. If it's really off, it's fine.
Yeah, well, it's design then, isn't
yes,
it?
yeah.
Whereas
Rather than just.
I like that. I think
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
that's perfect. Okay. So let's put 2 notches there as well. And it might be weird to notch as you go along, but it just makes it easier while you're doing it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So now we want to, because at the moment we've got all the volume here, and when I was talking about dart basics, I talked for a lot how that's quite ugly because it's a really thick dart, so it's going to be pointy, not very flattering. So you're going to actually move half of its volume into that seam.
Okay.
And the way we're going to do it, we're going to cut along here and we're going to cut along there.
So we're making all the way along this seam?
Yeah.
Into that dart?
Then if you cut into, and then cut up here.
Okay.
It's very complicated, I think. Okay.
And then up here. So basically you're just moving this volume around to a different place now, aren't you? To make it so it sits nicely on the front.
And yeah, we're
As
actually
long
moving it, if you cut it, it's going to go apart. And then. We're basically moving the volume from here round the corner.
Oh, okay.
So it's just, it seems, when you think about it, it seems a bit weird, but so if you just glue it up here, I'll tell you why in a second. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you cut across here, if you use your pattern master first to do a nice straight line. Okay.
And then cut.
Yeah, cut across here.
So I think this looks complicated, but it's just a question of moving that volume away from the centre of the garment.
I think that's why it's quite nice to see how it's done, because if you see diagrams, you just think,
What do I cut next?
Yeah. So now you're gonna stick this together.
So like that, yeah?
Yeah. So you're now taking all the shaping out of the canvas bench. And it's it, so that's finished.
Yeah, so that's the blue band across the middle, isn't
and
it?
it just needs seam allowance, but it's basically done. We've now got a much nicer, smaller dart.
Yeah.
And now the rest of the volume has disappeared into our seam.
So when you sew it, you're going to have a seam here, a little dart, and a seam here, aren't you?
Yeah. So these are all your pattern pieces. So 1, your insert, which is pink. 2, 3, and 4, which is blue again. So once you put it all together, it should look like this. You just need your neck insert, which is a curved stand. So if you watch our 2-piece collar video, actually there's a little trick on how to turn it into a collar like that. And if you wanted to, you would add the little extra
So
shaping.
that would fall here,
Yeah.
wouldn't it? So I mean, they have that as a blue cummerbund, but you could have any colour you like, couldn't you? I think it's a very smart look.
Yeah, and it's the whole thing about they are very good. Look them up at draping in a really contemporary way, I think.
Yeah. So
Enjoy making it.
Yeah. thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and leave a comment.